Praise the blood. It's time for more blood. The only reason blood is thicker than water is because it has at least water plus other things. Wow, math explains so many idioms. It's insane. I tried a lot of idioms before, but now I've tried even more idioms, and I'm more idiom than ever. What a deal! Get more idioms. Call now. The lever stats. How are they doing? Why is the level a palindrome? All levels should be palindromes, as well as the stats. That's right. Level's a palindrome, and so is stats. And you didn't notice it until I just told you. Congratulations. Alright. It's a monastery, a lost one at that. I think I looked it up. It says we're going like through the Carpathian Mountains? I don't know. So are we like somewhere going to Tibet, perhaps? I don't know. Oh, so why is it not Tibet? Why can I not go to Tibet and use a bidet? What is wrong with you and your words? Because English is kind of a... You know what the English language is like? It's a lot like computer software. Windows, the way it's made, is not from the ground up. It's just a bunch of patches on top of other patches and on top of other patches. English is an overpatched language, basically. That's not something they'll tell you in school, but it is. That's right, kids. The schools aren't always correct. Wow, it's almost as if they're just trying to teach you the ways of the world that they themselves are still learning. Oh shit. $1 and $3. I got $3 to the theater. What? Say what? I want to go to the theater. I want to watch some Rambo First Blood, and then some Rambo Last Blood, and then Rainbow whatever Rainbow First Blood. Yes, that's right. Rainbow Rambo. There's your idea for this month, which I have recorded this, which you won't know until probably after said month. Aw, shit. Yeah. Actually, to me, it's just more like... I want to say awareness. Yeah, awareness. But I've been aware for the last... I must have been aware for at least 15 years. Basically, since I became an adult, I've been aware for at least that long. Around there. Even before that. Probably since adolescence. I must have known. Some level as a child, but I would never know now, by then, because past memories can be foggy. It had some interesting questions about it when I was a kid. I'm like, what the heck is this? So... You found the secret. I like the secret. I like this texture. You know, we're gonna throw a bomb. You know, maybe go to Atlantis. You know, be the last Milo who ever lived. You know, try to make an animated series, and when that don't work, we make a stupid sequel movie. You know, you know, because Atlantean technology totally explains coyote tornadoes. I don't think so, buddy. Actually, I know what was wrong with trying to make an animated series like that. It's because these are characters in a movie that don't really work as, like... You need to have, like, limelight episodes with these characters, and you're just trying to do it like everyone just like, cool with that. You know, it's like a Motley Crue. I think that was why that quote-unquote Atlantis series didn't really work out. And then you have Stargate Atlantis, which then ended on a low note, and I'm upset now. Damn it. So after Stargate Infinity, since Paramount is doing all these Star Trek things out of nowhere, I mean the last few I just noticed were out of nowhere. I'm talking about like that one about the Delta Quadrant, the one they just made not too long ago now, from here. Strange New Worlds, which, you know, I think Strange New Worlds might understand continuity a little better than Discovery. I'm not sure. What is weird is just doing prequel after prequel and being like, aha, modern sensibilities in the prequel. I mean, sure. Sure. Technically, we're always trying to change our sensibilities, so it's not like it's... Trying to make fiction reflective reality only works for so long if you're trying to make a cohesive plot. Which, you know, Our life is not written, so reality is not a cohesive plot. I know. Fun facts for fun people. Newsflash, nobody writes the real world plot. In case you want to be schizoparanoid. Yeah, that's a maybe not so fun fact, but an important factoid. Is there just a house? Do we celebrate Christianity here? I don't know. Someone theorized in a past life I may have been someone who worked at a monastery. That's an interesting one. Because I've had some theories about past lives. One of them is possibly working, like, I don't want to say like, oh, Egypt's so cool. I just mean like, random ass shaman doctor guy. It wouldn't have had to have been Egypt. But the way Egypts do shamanism is more like how you... It's like a combination of a religion / doctor, which can still be kind of done? Maybe? I'm not sure. It's not as if it was known how some of this shit worked anyway, so you kind of had to have faith that some of it would work under the best of intentions. You know, good faith arguments and all that. I guess that's the whole thing, isn't it? Good faith as opposed to bad faith. Faith's among us, heel faith turn. Actually, the weirdest faiths comes from people who are recently converted. If you've grown up with a faith, it's a lot easier to understand than having a faith later in your life and being like, you're getting a little too extreme there, buddy. Because we tend to think, as a species, that we know exactly how to follow the tenets of what we're doing, and that's just pure arrogance, my friends. I don't know if I much care for people being like, oh, you're a non-player character, or, oh, you're a main character. I'm just like, no one's writing the plot of life. That makes no sense. Akimbo. Is that for a himbo? Maybe. You tell me. Whoa! Actually, wait. Isn't akimbo like a concept in, like, gun kata? Where's my gun kata? I guess I would need to play that Matrix game people have been telling me about. Because I'd be the only person on Earth to actually play it. And be like, wow, you did it. You played the Matrix game. I'd be like, yeah. Needless to say, oh yeah, if I get this new machine, I don't know. Like, I could try streaming again, but from now on, if and when I do a stream, we're going to have to... I don't want to just plan it myself. I'd rather just have it, like, be like... event, as in, like, people gotta be there before I decide to do it. I'm not gonna stream to nobody. Now, I realize that seems kind of a pissant of me to say, or just like, no, just stream until people come. I've witnessed a lot of streams having 0 views, and we're talking thousands and thousands of people streaming on the internet, hoping someone comes in. But that's just it. People are coming for the person and not necessarily the video game. So I have to reflect more on myself and how I interact with other people rather than actually enjoying the game necessarily. But then at that point, if it's not about the video game, it's about you, then you realize the streaming business becomes less about video games entirely, and that's how you get some of these just in real life streams. And it's just like, oh, so for me it's a performance, and for others it's about the celebrity. And no, I'm sorry. I'll stick to... I'll prefer the statement of I prefer being a creator over an influencer in terms of terminology, even though that's not precisely what I am. I'm a documenter of video games. That's apparently what I am right now. Did you know I get shot at a lot? That's true. Shark men, they're back. Going up against the shark. I don't know if we're going here yet, but I know that when we go to the secret level, it's going to be the only secret level I've seen that doesn't really have a number associated with, so you might accidentally miss it not knowing it's there. But there is one. So, yeah. That's going to suck when I find a level pack that's never been played on the internet, and I have to be the one that knows to make sure to get to the secret level, and be like, I don't know where this is, man! Hopefully that doesn't become a problem. Eventuality, of which you will-ality, into being-ality. I don't know what that is. It says it's a shadow cloak. As far as I know, it doesn't do anything. It may have been like an alpha item. I just learned about the Blood Alpha. Apparently, the Blood Alpha was a thing, as in, it was released source code. Yeah. In the 90s, releasing source code to a about-to-be-released game is a really big fucking deal, because the people making the game don't necessarily have the tools in order to understand how that needed to be prevented, because I'm pretty sure Monolith wasn't quite that popular yet. But they must have known when they were making Blood that it might have been a little popular after the success of Duke Nukem 3D, right? Well, how are they to expect that something would happen as a result of that? I don't know. But I imagine Apogee/3D Realms had more security ideas in place than Monolith, and thus that can happen. That's not going to happen with Half-Life 2. That's a big story you can read about sometime. How Half-Life 2 was delayed for so long, and that might explain the delay of Half-Life 3, as well as other things. Valve almost works in the way Nintendo does, and then it's just like, yeah, we'll make something. Maybe. Nah. And so the fans make it instead. Even if no one really wants people to. That's what I appreciate. People making things for the sake of making them. That's mostly why I don't feel the need to do so myself. I play them instead, because there's so many out there that you're never going to see unless I get out. Speaking of obscure stuff, I've seen some obscure adventure game collections that you won't find anywhere else. I wish I could find them again, but I can't. It might be stashed away in my bookmarks. I keep a lot of bookmarks for video game stuff I might never know about until later, so let's just make sure I don't delete them by accidente, which I did that one time 10 years ago. I'd be like, no, my good bookmarks. And that's before they got in the link rot, where some of them just don't work anymore because, I don't know. I wouldn't think it was a pain in the ass to run a website for a long time, especially if no one knows about it. Actually, the less someone knows about it, the more likely it is to last, I would think. I could be wrong. What is this place? And why did it take me over in that direction? That is a question for a question. Why is a beer bottle there? I don't know. Was someone drinking on the job? Perhaps. Would I be drinking on the job? No. Do I like control of my body? Shake my body. Yeah, I do.
I don't like all these fish down here. I kinda don't want to waste my underwater suit on these little goddamn fish. Unless they're the fishmen, in which case I will waste some time, because it's gonna fuck me up.
But a lot of these little fish, you can possibly ignore if you just swim really fast and there's nothing to grab underwaters. I think I'm being shot at from somewheres. Let me think about that. Oh. No, I'm just getting my ass nibbled. Great. One of them nibblers. Nibbling my butt. Nibbling me in the nibbled places. Nibbles and bits of my skin. Speaking of skin, I don't really watch TV, but, you know, someone I know has TV on for most of the day. And so I'm just noticing this ad where it's just like, I think the tagline was, for people with skin. And I was thinking, and you know where my mind went to, wait a minute, what about all the people who don't have skin? Because that's a thing, right? Like, why would you need to advertise that? Everybody's got... I'm sorry, but if you don't have skin, I'm not discriminating against you. I'm concerned for your health. What the fuck? Why would you advertise that way? Yes, sorry. This is skin privilege, where we have skin and you don't. It's just like, what? How are you alive right now? My organs are spilling everywhere, but I'm still alive, you son of a bitch. Hey, a reason to use my Tesla cannon finally. Great. I could easily use something else, but that was quicker, and I don't like being burned alive. Thank you. And so, there it is. The greatest of a time. Next time, the steamboat. Because build engines must have an obligatory vehicle level, or it's not a build engine game, you son of a bitch. That's why. See you next time.